It's an honor now to sign this incredible bill and get our country working again.
It can't be the case that health care is simply a privilege for the wealthy.
With the stroke of a pen, breaking news, the government shutdown is over, but the fighting over health care continues. Good evening, I'm Dick Brennan in for Christine Johnson. Millions of Americans wait for a return to normal following the longest shutdown in history. Ali Bauman breaks down the crucial vote to end it and what comes next.
The bill is passed. The motion is adopted.
After passing the House of Representatives Wednesday night, the funding bill headed to the White House, where it was signed by President Trump, putting an end to the longest government shutdown in American history.
We've seen how good government can be and how bad government can be.
The legislation funds the government through the end of January, reverses thousands of federal employee layoffs, and pays back nearly 700,000 furloughed workers.
It was completely and utterly foolish and pointless.
Republicans and Democrats are blaming each other for the protracted shutdown. Ultimately, the legislation passed the House 222 to 209, with Democrats largely against it and angry at 8 of their Senate counterparts for capitulating earlier this week without extending health care subsidies, which Democrats say is critical to lower premiums.
Republicans decided to embrace a shutdown with their complete control of government rather than sit down with Democrats and find a bipartisan path forward.
In Wednesday's House vote, 2 Republicans and 6 Democrats broke with their respective parties, including Congressman Tom Suozzi of New York, who later said in part, "I am relying on the representations of some of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle that they want to get something done to extend the premium tax credits." Now that the funding deal is done, SNAP benefits will soon be restored, giving some relief to the 40 million Americans who receive them, and soup kitchens who have been scrambling to fill the gap.
It was heartbreaking to see mothers worried about how they were going to feed their 1-year-olds.
Air traffic controllers can now receive their long-awaited paychecks, and while it's unclear when airline operations will return to normal, the FAA says cuts will stay capped at 6% of flights, instead of rising to the planned 10% at 40 airports by the end of this week.
For all of us that are road warriors out there, that'll be, fantastic news.
So even after the FAA lifts its emergency order requiring airlines to limit flights, it could still take a day or two for most carriers to return to a full schedule, because once they cancel a flight, they can't just bring it back. Now, as for SNAP benefits, some states, including here in New York, had already stepped in to restore payments. And Dick, the city's social services commissioner, told me that all New Yorkers should get them by tomorrow.
All right, this is a slow rollout, but we'll get there, we hope. All right, Ali Bauman, thank you. And stay with us for continuing coverage of the reopening of the government. Our morning team will have the latest for you tomorrow morning beginning at 4:30 a.m.